Endless golden plains stretch toward the horizon, where the African sun bleeds crimson into the awakening sky. Here, on the parched earth of the eastern savannah, savannah hangs heavy in the dry season air. Cracked riverbeds snake across the landscape like ancient scars, and the acacia trees stand as lonely sentinels against the vast emptiness. But in an instant, the stillness shatters. A cry pierces the morning calm, not the triumphant roar of a predator, nor the desperate call of fleeing prey. This sound carries something different, something that defies every rule written into the ancient code of the wild. On this unforgiving ground, where survival demands ruthlessness and mercy as a forgotten language, nature is about to reveal its most unexpected chapter. This is the story of an impossible rescue, a tale that challenges everything we believe about predators and prey, about instinct, and something far deeper that pulses through the heart of the African wilderness. On the dry savanna floor, where predator became protector, stretching across the eastern reaches of the African continent, the dry savanna ecosystem presents one of nature's most demanding theaters of survival. During the peak of the dry season, temperatures soar beyond 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The earth cracks beneath the relentless sun, and water sources that once sustained thousands dwindle to mere muddy pools. Here, approximately 2 million acres of semi-arid grassland host a delicate web of life. Every creature, from the smallest ground squirrel to the mightiest elephant, faces the same brutal equation: adapt or perish. The vegetation tells its own story of resilience. Scattered acacia trees, some standing over 40 feet tall, extend their roots up to 120 feet underground in desperate search of moisture. Their thorny branches offer precious shade and sustenance to those who can reach them. Yet it is not the landscape that makes this place extraordinary. It is the drama that unfolds between its inhabitants, the ancient dance of hunter and hunted that has played out for millions of years. In this harsh arena, alliances seem impossible. Compassion appears to be a luxury no creature can afford. But nature, as we are about to witness, holds secrets that humble even the most seasoned observers. In the scattered woodlands, where acacia trees meet open grassland, the African leopard reigns as the ultimate solitary hunter. Standing between 22 to 28 inches at the shoulder and weighing from 62 to 200 pounds, the leopard possesses a muscular frame designed for explosive power and remarkable stealth. Its golden coat, adorned with distinctive rosette patterns, provides perfect camouflage among the dappled shadows of the savannah. Each leopard carries a unique pattern, as individual as a human fingerprint, a silent signature written across its fur. With powerful jaws capable of delivering a bite force of approximately 300 pounds per square inch, leopards can subdue prey twice their own weight. Their retractable claws, measuring up to 2 inches in length, serve as precision tools for climbing, gripping, and the final moments of the hunt. But it is the leopard's intelligence that truly sets it apart among African predators. Unlike lions, who rely on pride, strength, or cheetahs, who depend on speed, leopards survive through cunning and adaptability. They are problem solvers, capable of learning from experience and adjusting their behavior to meet new challenges. During the dry season, when competition for food intensifies, leopards expand their hunting territory to cover up to 18 square miles. They become creatures of twilight and darkness, conserving energy during the scorching daylight hours and emerging when temperatures drop. Their diet reflects remarkable flexibility, from small rodents weighing mere ounces to young antelope exceeding 100 pounds. Leopards consume whatever the land provides. This adaptability has allowed them to survive where other predators have failed. Yet not merely hunters. Leopards also demonstrate behaviors that continue to puzzle scientists. Female leopards have been observed adopting orphaned cubs from other species. Males have been documented sharing kills with unrelated individuals. And on rare, extraordinary occasions, leopards have shown restraint that defies every predatory instinct encoded in their DNA. Among the scattered trees and rocky outcrops of the savannah, vervet monkeys have established complex societies that rival human communities in their sophistication, measuring approximately 16 to 24 inches in body length, with tails extending an additional 12 to 24 inches. These primates possess remarkable agility. Their grayish-green fur and distinctive black faces make them instantly recognizable across the African landscape. Living in troops ranging from 10 to 70 individuals, vervet monkeys maintain strict social hierarchies. Females remain with their birth troop for life, while males migrate between groups upon reaching maturity. Their communication system demonstrates extraordinary complexity. Scientists have identified over 30 distinct alarm calls, each signaling a specific type of threat. A call warning of an approaching eagle differs entirely from one announcing a ground predator, triggering vastly different escape responses. During the dry season, vervet monkeys face mounting challenges. Their omnivorous diet, normally consisting of fruits, flowers, leaves, and insects, becomes restricted as vegetation withers. Competition within troops intensifies, and weaker individuals often suffer. Young monkeys prove particularly vulnerable during these harsh months, weighing only 10 to 12 ounces at birth. Infant vervets depend entirely on their mothers for the first several months of life. An injured or orphaned youngster faces almost certain death in this unforgiving environment. Predators patrol constantly. Resources dwindle daily, and the protection of the troop extends only so far before survival instincts override social bonds. When a young monkey falls, the wilderness rarely offers second chances. The morning sun had barely crested the eastern hills when the attack occurred. A martial eagle, wingspan exceeding 6 feet, had descended upon a vervet troop feeding in the acacia canopy. In the chaos that followed, a young monkey, barely 3 months old, tumbled from the branches. The fall, nearly 20 feet, left the infant dazed and injured on the dry savannah floor. Its left leg twisted at an unnatural angle. Its cries, high-pitched and desperate, echoed across the silent plain. The troop scattered. Survival instinct drove them higher into the trees, away from the exposed ground where predators roamed freely. The young monkey's mother, torn between protecting her other offspring and rescuing her fallen infant, retreated with the group. For nearly an hour, the injured monkey lay motionless beneath the punishing sun. Its cries weakened. Its movements grew feeble. Dehydration began its merciless work on the tiny body. Then, movement in the tall grass. A female leopard, approximately 4 years old and weighing an estimated 90 pounds, emerged from the golden vegetation, her amber eyes fixed immediately on the injured monkey. Every muscle in her powerful frame tensed for the approach. In that moment, the outcome seemed inevitable. The leopard represented death itself, gliding toward helpless prey with the certainty of a closing shadow. But what happened next defied explanation. The leopard approached the infant monkey and stopped. She lowered her massive head, her breath warming the tiny creature's trembling body. Rather than the killing bite that should have followed, she began to gently nose the injured primate. For several minutes, the leopard remained beside the monkey. She licked its wounds with the same care she might have shown her own cubs. She positioned her body to shade the infant from the brutal sun. When hyenas approached, drawn by the monkey's earlier cries, the leopard rose and confronted them. Her warning growl, deep and unmistakable, sent the scavengers retreating into the grass. She stayed for nearly 3 hours. Wildlife observers, watching from a distant vehicle, documented behavior that challenged decades of predator research. The leopard showed no hunting posture, no predatory interest. Instead, she exhibited what could only be described as protective behavior. As the afternoon sun began its descent, the monkey's troop cautiously returned to the lower branches. The infant's mother, recognizing her offspring's weakened cries, descended toward the ground. The leopard observed the approaching primate. Then, with a final glance at the injured monkey, she rose and disappeared into the lengthening shadows. Within minutes, the mother had retrieved her injured infant. The troop closed ranks around them both. The young monkey would survive, bearing scars from its fall but alive against all odds. Scientists continue to debate what occurred on that dry savannah floor. Some suggest the leopard had recently lost her own cubs, triggering maternal instincts that temporarily overrode predatory behavior. Others propose that the monkey's distress calls, similar in frequency to leopard cub vocalizations, confused the predator's response. Perhaps the explanation lies beyond our current understanding of animal cognition. Perhaps, in that moment, something ancient and universal stirred within the leopard, something that recognized vulnerability and responded not with violence, but with protection. The African savanna operates by rules written in blood and survival. Yet within those rules, space remains for the unexpected, for moments when instinct yields to something deeper. This land has witnessed such encounters before. Lionesses adopting orphaned antelope, elephants mourning fallen companions of other species, predators and prey sharing water sources during drought, an unspoken truce born of mutual desperation. Nature, it seems, contains multitudes we have yet to fully comprehend. The leopard returned to her solitary existence, hunting the twilight hours, raising future cubs, playing her role in the eternal cycle. The young monkey grew stronger, eventually taking its place within the troop hierarchy. Their paths likely never crossed again. But for one afternoon on the cracked earth of the dry season savannah, a predator chose mercy. A hunter became a guardian, and the wild revealed a truth that textbooks cannot capture. In the endless golden plains where survival demands ruthlessness, compassion found a way to bloom. This is the untold story of the African wilderness. Not merely a theater of conflict and consumption, but a living tapestry where every thread, predator and prey alike, weaves something greater than survival alone, something that looks remarkably like hope. Is discovering the extraordinary in the natural world. Subscribe for more incredible wildlife narratives.